Hey everybody, I'm Katallina, and today we're here to talk about episode 2 of the Ossan Newbie Adventurer. As I've looked around online and seen what other people have been saying about this show, I'm very surprised to see how many people seem to be overlooking the overall themes of humility versus arrogance that run through the narrative, on top of course of the comedic aspects of the story, and the fact that this seems like in large part it's definitely supposed to be seen as lighthearted fun at its absolute core. I'm really enjoying this so far personally, and I'm really connecting with it for a lot of the same reasons that I was talking about in my week 1 discussion. This week was definitely another solid episode though, in my opinion, and I thought it was really cool because we actually get to meet another sibling of Angelica and Freed's, and that is Raster, who is absolutely annoying as hell, but who is going to make for some wonderful antagonistic fun in the most slapstick and silly way possible, given that he just has it out for Rick immediately because he makes the mistake of trying to flirt with Reanette, and then Rick is like, she's my girlfriend, and it's like, okay, Rick, my guy, that was very smooth, she was very not interested, and you saved her a very large amount of trouble, but where is that confidence when you need it in battle and stuff? Like, my guy, please work on that. I mean, on one hand, I do feel that way when I think about the character, and I can definitely understand this character might be very hard for some people to follow because he could potentially give people like secondhand embarrassment, but at the same time, like, that is part of what the overall premise of the show is that it's this character who is having all of these situations with this kind of behavior. So, I mean, if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you, and I totally get that, but I mean, it's like complaining about there being meat on a hamburger when you go to a non-vegan restaurant. It's gonna have meat. So that is that. Another really awesome thing about this particular episode, though, is the fact that we do actually get to see the other party members that Rick has been traveling with, and they definitely made an absolutely fantastic impression. I super liked them. We have a half-elf, half-dwarf. When's the last time you saw that combination? And he actually used a gun, which was hilarious. We have an orc who not only is super freaking strong, but who also seems to use like white magic or healing magic, and he takes a guy's hand, he crushes it into basically paste, and then he makes it regrow. That was really freaking cool. And then we have a vampire mage who is casting the most ridiculous level spells. Like, she's like your end of game Final Fantasy 1 black mage. She's just dropping nukes from the sky, and it's like, holy shit, dude. Because these assholes decide that they're going to teleport Rick somewhere, and they're gonna have these goons take him out. Except that these people that I'm talking about here, his guild members, show up, his party or whatever, and they just completely wipe the floor with these people. It was just like, nothing is left. Like, bye-bye. And it's so funny because the butler, who is all bragging about the fact that they're about to beat the crap out of Rick, at the end of it is like, I have met this group. Oh my gosh, I am honored. I can now live my life in peace. And it was so funny. I really like the personality of his various guild members though, because they're not all calm and logical like Reanette is. I'm never gonna get her name right, guys. Holy crap. But like, it's really interesting to see how crazy and bombastic the part elf, part dwarf dude is, or to see the calm and logical nature of the orc who is doing the healing magic mixed in with his like super uber strength and just not giving a shit about it. And then the crazy mage, who is obviously younger, at least in appearance, but probably older, I would assume, who is just acting like a complete lunatic and like, oh, you want to play? And then like dropping things around and shit. It was really fun seeing just how different their personalities actually were. I also really like the fact that we actually meet this guy who is supposed to be Rick's like person for the next test, and he actually seems super supportive at first and everything, until Raster gets a hold of him, ends up actually kidnapping and, from what I can tell, torturing him. And then when he comes back, he's all broken into pieces essentially, and he's trying to tell Rick that Rick should give up, and Rick is like, no. And what I really like about this is that by the end of this situation and this sequence, we actually see Rick walking off to take the test that is going to be administered by Raster, who is known as the F rank Crusher. because he likes crushing the dreams of people who are trying to come in and become adventurers, because he feels most of them are peasants and they deserve to suffer. And we see Rick actually walking toward that examination now with purpose and now with intent, because this other man was so brutally attacked that he's like just giving up on everything. And Rick is like, no, people should not give up on their dreams. And it's like, that's right, Rick, you need to tell yourself that when you start feeling down or unsure or whatever. Personally, I think Rick potentially suffers from imposter syndrome, and that while he obviously has the physical capabilities to do the things that he wants to do, and he's obviously put in the work and the training to do them, that he just doesn't buy into it, especially when he goes into situations with other people, and he always thinks they're going to be better than he is, potentially because he started later. Anyway, I'm definitely continuing with this because I am super enjoying it, but I'd love to know what you guys thought, so drop a comment below and let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye!